How's it going, guys? This is Jay Knife here, coming at you with another how-to video. Today's video is on how to change your spare tire. Let's get to it. Okay, so you're driving down the highway and you catch a flat tire. The first thing you want to do is get to a safe place. Once you're in the safe spot, figure out where your spare tire is and your tools are. When you buy a vehicle, you always want to make sure that you have a spare tire and the tools to change your spare tire. If you don't know where your spare tire is, you can look on your manual or you can look online. If you do have your owner's manual, you go ahead and look under table of contents for in case of emergency. When you find where that is, you go ahead and look under flat tire. There you'll find all the information on how to change your flat tire, where your spare tire is, where your tools are, and where to jack your car from, and how to change the spare tire. Depending on what vehicle you have, your spare tire is likely in one of these three places. The first and most common, if you have a passenger vehicle or sedan, will be right in your trunk underneath your trunk mat. There you'll find your spare tire and your tools. Or towards the rear of the vehicle, outside, underneath the trunk. This is common with most SUVs, pickup trucks, and some sedans. Or outside underneath the vehicle towards the middle of the vehicle. When it's towards the middle of the vehicle, this is most common on minivans. If you do have a car with the spare tire on the outside, your car should come equipped with the tool to release the spare tire as well. Once you're in a safe spot and you know where your spare tire is, and you know where your tools are, go ahead and get all that out and find the right spot to start jacking your car from. Now, most vehicles are gonna have a scissor jack. If you have any tools, maybe you carry around your own jack. I often carry around my own small jack because the scissor jacks aren't always safe, for lack of a better term. But they do get the job done as long as you're on a level surface and as long as you put your e-brake on. You shouldn't have any problems. Just read the manual or make sure you follow an instructional video, online for your specific vehicle, and that might help. For now, I'm going to tell you just the general information on how to change your spare tire, and where it starts is right here. Find the lift point where your vehicle is preferred to be lift from, on the side where the flat tire is. Okay, now before you jack the vehicle up all the way, you're going to want to make sure that you loosen your lug nut on the ground so the tire doesn't spin when you're trying to loosen the lug nut, or lug bolt for you German guys. Most people are going to have a basic tire iron in their car, which is fine. Just make sure that your hand doesn't slip when you're trying to loosen it up or when you're trying to tighten up your lug nuts. You want to have a firm grip and make sure that the socket piece is all the way onto the nut before you try and loosen or tighten, because you don't want to strip those. That'll cause a whole nother issue for you. So just take your time, be patient. I know you have a flat tire, but patience is a virtue. After you have the vehicle in the air, you go ahead, take the lug nuts off, and then take that wheel right off. Now take your spare tire and slap that baby on. When you're putting your lug nuts on, you're gonna wanna make sure that you put them in a crisscross motion. What I mean by this is if you start the first lug nut on the bottom right side, you're gonna go to the top left side to put the next lug nut on. And then so on and so forth in a cross motion pattern so that you can put the tire on evenly and torque it down properly. So now you go ahead and tighten all your lug nuts as tight as you can with the vehicle in the air. Once you do that, you can lower the vehicle. Now you can go ahead and give a final torque down to your lug nuts, remembering to tighten them in a crisscross pattern, like a star. Now, assuming that you're on the side of the road, I'm sure that you don't have a torque wrench handy. So your best bet will be to use the foot leverage method. What you want to do is tighten your lug nuts as much as you can by hand with your tire iron. Then place the tire iron at a horizontal angle on the nut so you can place your foot on it and just give it a little extra push down with some foot leverage, making sure not to break the nut. Now this is just to ensure that you get a little extra torque on your lug nuts so that your wheel doesn't go flying off on the highway. Okay, so you've done it. Now you go ahead and pack away your old ugly flat tire and you can put away all your tools and you should be good to go. The key thing to remember is to make sure that you have air in your spare tire. Now this is like a regular maintenance thing. Anytime you fill up your tires on the outside of your car, just make sure you go underneath or wherever your spare tire is and fill that guy up too. Depending on if you have a full-size spare tire or a donut spare tire, most of the donut spare tires take around 50 to 60 psi, and if it's a full-size spare, it's going to take the same air pressure as your other 4 regular tires. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, everything. I appreciate it so much. We plan on making our next video on how to plug your tire. Until then, if you guys have any suggestions for more videos, just give me a shout or comment in the video below. Really appreciate you guys once again, and I hope you guys have a blessed day. Peace.